welcome everybody to another episode of the Society of Explorers and Academics, our Pulp Fiction Savage Worlds game. I'm John, your game master for the evening. I would like to welcome Courtney.
Hi.
And Chris.
Hi, everyone.
And of course, Sean.
Hello, hello.
So, how is everyone this evening?
Good. A little
Doing
tired,
well,
but good.
Doing well, thank you.
So, any questions from last week?
Last I remember, we went to the university, talked to the horticulturalist. She didn't have much information, and we were finally heading our way towards the boat to start this adventure, right?
Right. And matter of fact, that's exactly where we ended, was at the boat, which you should be able to see right here, is a picture of the boat.
All right.
And so any other questions, or we're good?
Andre's our guide, right, into the jungle?
Let me look at my notes.
Yes.
Yes.
Translator.
Yeah.
All right, and
We're going to Colnisa.
Yes.
But it's not a straight shot to Colnisa. We have to go through a bunch of different rivers and stuff first, right?
That is true. That is true. Bam. There you go. Everybody's got a starting set of bennies.
Woohoo!
Don't forget about your adventure cards. If you find a situation where they're going to be handy, make sure you go ahead and use those. Remember to use those, that is. Well, now that's too high. There we go. Okay. I guess that'll work. Okay. Great. All right. So you guys get to the boat, and the man driving the boat is a man called Louise. And I will, as always, put that in chat. And he's got a trousers, button-up shirt, and a kind of a old, faded, worn captain's hat thing on. And he says hello in Portuguese.
I'll respond in English, but I'll top Andre. I'll repeat it back. I'm sorry.
Louise.
To the best.
Oi, tudo bem?
It's like every time we try and talk, the dog barks.
Oi, tudo bem?
Is that Portuguese?
Yeah, my aunt is actually from Brazil, so she speaks Portuguese, so I know a little bit.
Oh, that's funny.
All I know.
Okay, fair enough.
Hi, how are you?
Fair enough. As a game master, I don't speak Portuguese. I'll just be saying the man says this in Portuguese. So that's fantastic. Matter of fact, have a Benny for speaking Portuguese. All right, let me join you here. Okay, So it takes a few hours, and they get everything loaded on the boat. You know, you guys are standing there, and while you're watching this, and you know they're loading all your baggage, your food, and all the stuff you brought with you from the airship, and so you're watching all that get loaded on. And let me turn the volume off on my phone here. I don't need. There we go. All right. And so you watch them load that up, and unless there's something you guys want to do or say, the boat will get on the way.
I'll as it's happening, I'll probably do basically a tour of the boat, kind of reminds myself with the layout, plus where some of the gear is going. So if in a pinch I got to run, I know where I'm headed.
Okay, fair enough. So,
I mean, I know the boat's not that big, but I like to
y-
know where things are.
yeah, the captain steers the boat from the middle top. The engine is in the bottom rear. Um, you each have there are four cabins, uh, small cabins up front, right where you kind of see that black and brown window. There's four cabins there. Aft of that, on the bottom side, there is a galley and a kitchen area, and then beyond that is all the where the captain sleeps, and he's got a man that helps him named Apollo, which is um, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's a sailor. We'll just say sailor. Um, his assistant, and there you go. I put that in chat for you, Apollo, and helps the captain.
Paolo's, yeah, he's like the assistant to the captain.
Yeah,
Mate,
absolutely.
first mate, even though we're not
First
on the
mate.
same.
There we go. First mate, and first mate slash cook slash um, the man. I'm trying to think of it. It's there's a skill in the game Traveler that's really the word I'm looking for.
Navigator?
No, 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 no. It's it's kind of when you go on a cruise, it's what you call the butler. Not steward. Maybe it's is it? Yeah, it's steward. Steward. Um, yeah, steward. So you know he's the guy that takes care of the meals. If you need something in your room, or not that this is that fancy, but that's what he does.
All right.
And you're watching them get stuff loaded, and um, you can just you can smell the jungle. You can smell just it's hot, and it's humid, and you can smell the plants, and the water is full of fish, and there's birds, and there's every kind of insect you can hear from the jungle. So there's all kinds of noises, and there's even smells. You can smell the plant life. You smell the river. You even see the occasional caiman swim by, which are crocodiles, basically. Um, and so just the bugs and it's not quiet, not at all. There's loud, and there's the smells and the humidity and the heat are really, as you're sitting here watching the boat get packed. That's really what you're feeling, what you're sensing, and what you're imagining. And eventually, um, um, Louise tells you everything's ready, just waiting for you guys to board.
Side note, while everything's loading, Captain Douglas will make sure to load his guns onto the ship himself. He won't let anyone touch them.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense.
You know,
And I'd like to wink at the men.
Oh, really? Okay, you're winking at Louise and Paulo. Louise is older. Louise is in its 50s. Paulo is late 30s, and he smiles back, and every time he interacts with you, it's very big and boisterous. And when Louise sends him to invite you guys on the boat, and he actually bows with a big wave, "Madame, the boat awaits you."
Why, thank you.
So
Very good.
somebody wants attention. Um, all right. And who is that? You have Riley and
And Luna.
Luna,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Moon Girl.
Moon Girl. Oh, okay. So you got a boy and a girl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
She has like a squiggle of white on her forehead that
Looks
is like a crescent shape.
I see. Okay. All right. All right. So is this Puppy Moon?
Mm.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So you guys take off, and um, let me see. And you guys travel for the first day, and I realize I forgot to upload a picture here. There we go. Wait 2 seconds, I'll get this uploaded. There we go. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Bam. All right. So there's your basic route that you'll be going, and um, that you'll be going, and now it's not exactly. Um, I couldn't get Google Maps to follow rivers.
I was about to say 589 hours is a long time.
Yeah, well, the problem is I didn't want it to follow the roads because most of these roads on the map don't exist in 1937.
Yeah.
And I thought the walking path kind of looked like a river if you use your imagination. So yeah, I couldn't get the walking box to go away either. But there you go.
All right.
I guess I could have photoshopped or something, um, but there you go. So there's your basic route. And so you guys, um, they tell you it's going to take you 10 days to get to Kolniza.
Wow.
And so you travel, and your first day goes pretty much without any kind of adventure or any kind of issues. And you notice the river, you notice there's the Cayman, and again, you can't help but notice just the jungle and just this feeling of the heat and Um, you're able to sit up top, and there are places for you to sit there and kind of watch the river go by. It rains twice during the day, and as you go. Um, so there's also places for you to sit in the galley, and of course you can also on the side of the boat there's areas. It's kind of hard to see in the picture, but there's area for you to walk all the way around the deck if you want to. So the
All right.
first, go ahead.
All right. So general being on a boat, 3 points of contact, especially when I'm walking by any spot that could lead me into the water. 2, I will avoid if they get near branches and things that kind of that any side where it's going to get close to vegetation. Snakes. I have no fear of them, but I don't want to encounter things like that. Probably since we know it's a long day, one of my things was to kind of read up as best I could on life in the jungle. So
Okay.
probably as a curiosity, it's, hey, is that, trying to talk since these guys have been on. Well, I'll actually ask the captain, how many times has he made this trip before?
Oh, many times.
Okay. So then, hey, I might be asking a lot of questions, just because I've never been. And out of curiosity, what's that? What's that animal? Does that smell normal? Are hippos here or Africa?
Africa.
Africa. Okay. So, I mean, I guess the danger things, we do have the caimans in there. Was it piranha?
Piranha. Cayman,
Okay.
piranha. Matter of fact, the captain will tell you that he tells you with his Brazilian Portuguese accent. He tells you not to relieve yourself in the water. He
Okay.
says because the scariest things you can't see.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Also probably along that lines that my, I guess my sap will probably always be on me. My medical bag will be nearby, you know. Uh, Probably too with the captain. Are we expecting rough waters anywhere? Possibly rapid-ish,
No,
or okay.
no.
So just a long trek. Okay, well, that's nice. Um, I think that'd be about it. But that's kind of as I'm traveling or I'm on the boat, chit chat and talking and watching. I am trying to be careful.
Okay. All right. All right. I like the 3 points of contact. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I'm always going to be aware of my surroundings and just keep an ear out for what I can hear. I'm going to ask what type of big game is out there and what kind of animals, just like Michael Shambo. I'm going to ask what kind of animals are around just to know what I should be ready for if something goes south.
Um, he mentions that there's the caiman, and he points out one. Now, you've been to Brazil before, as I recall, and you'll remember that they're caiman, and they're generally in the 10 to 12 foot range. There's jaguar is the big cat. Jaguar is actually the biggest cat in um, the Americas. Um, there are closer to the other side of Brazil, not here, but there are mountain lions, and they're called something different in Brazil. And sorry, as a game master, I don't remember what they're called in Brazil, but there are mountain lions. And there's many. There's 4 or 5 different varieties of smaller cats, smaller than jaguars. And actually, there is one, I think, from Chile. I'll just bring up because I was looking this up earlier. I think it was the cod, something like that. But it's this just adorable wild cat that's the size of a house cat. It was, but just adorable thing. But scary here. Creatures, he said the biggest is the jaguar and the caiman are the things to worry about. And he says, 10 feet. The caiman's 10 feet. Shouldn't be a problem for the boat. And Now he says the other thing is he says the jungle itself is the thing to look out the most for is the jungle. You don't want to wander into the jungle if you don't know where you're going or what you're doing.
So on our using our map then too, probably using a compass. Maybe I'll get with Jack, actually, the team, and kind of point out and look at kind of the direction we're headed. I know
Okay.
the river will go its ways, but kind of be mindful. I know, I guess, worst case scenario when sitting and talking with them is if, like you said, the world goes sideways and we're in the jungle. Maybe from a spot, if we're not totally disoriented from the spot we're at, we know the direction we're kind of headed in to get where we're going.
Okay. Good idea. Okay. So yeah, you can use your compass and matter of fact, let me look real quick.
Whenever you guys are done, Jack is gonna ask if there are any edible plants that we should be on the lookout for whenever we make landfall, and poisonous plants we should stay away from.
The captain will point out some things as you go along, but he says it's a skill that takes a very long time to learn. Yeah, why don't you all make a survival roll for that whole map thing? That's the only skill I see on your as far as plotting as you go along the map. Survival's the closest I see on your character sheets to following along with the map. Uh-oh.
So if I don't have survival, what am I rolling?
Funny.
Survival's not a skill you start with?
No.
Oh, okay.
I need to re-roll mine.
Does something catastrophic happen just for like a check if you know something roll? If you get double one, if you get a snake eyes?
Freaks out, eats the map. I can't take it. This place is too much.
Sean, you can choose. You can roll common knowledge or academics.
All right.
Either of those will work. Well, the roll was to see if you're properly plotting your correct location on the map. So
she's pointing us in the opposite direction
she might be.
and swears by it by double ones. I'm telling you, the river's going that way, even though we're clearly going this way.
That might happen.
Should I spend a penny to re-roll? But I only have a 4-sided die, so I only have a 1/4 chance of even getting
Well,
it.
you have your wild die, which is a 6-sided die.
Yeah.
But even if you fail, it's not a critical.
Yeah. And anything's better than a critical failure.
Okay, so I should do it.
Yeah. Because a critical failure is like you're telling us, no, guys, I'm 100% sure south is north.
How do I use it? I'm trying to put it on.
You did?
Oh, she spent 2.
Okay. For some reason, I don't see where she dropped them.
It's like the background's all like black and saying loading for me, so that's why I didn't see it get spent.
Oh.
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm going to try. There we go.
Oh. Damn. They're right there on the side.
Is that them?
I don't know.
No, that's to draw bennies.
Oh.
I don't know where they went.
But I
Because she
lost.
dropped-
That's okay. I gave her one back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a bug that was there for a while when we were running rifts. Was I couldn't see them, and actually, the funny thing is you guys could. So, but that's okay. It's not in our box. That's all we really care about. All right. So you're plotting where you are on the map and keeping that updated. Did you
Okay.
re-roll? There we go. And okay. All right. Good. So you're fairly confident with that you're keeping that up to date. And um, yeah. So first night, unless there's something else you want to do, the captain um, pulls the boat towards the right shore and right edge of the river, and he why aren't my windows opening? So very strange. Huh. Oh, what the heck? There we go. Okay, that was weird. All right. Sorry, my windows were doing something very weird. All right, he pulls the boat over and um, puts down the anchor, and uh, you guys have a nice dinner. It's dark, and the one thing you notice is that it is pitch black. You know, you can't see one end of the ship from the other end of the ship, and the um, you can't see the edge of the water. You can hear everything still. You hear the bugs. You hear the water sounds. It's still the same smells and still the same experience, but it's dark and pretty quick. And so you guys go ahead and the captain. It's probably 9:30. The captain says him and Louise are going to turn in, and he says, we'll start in the morning at first light, and he wishes you a good night.
Have a pleasant night.
Okay. Just a reminder, you're on mute there, Sean, in case you were going to say something.
Roger that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night to them. Thanks. I think generally too, I don't really see a need to do much. I will probably in my room. Does my door open to the outside?
No, it opens inside.
Inside. Okay. Do we have windows?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you look, you
Yeah.
kind of share a window,
Okay.
and that opens to the inside also.
Oh, all right.
And so you see a brown window and a black window,
Mm-hmm.
right? They each open into different rooms. So
Got
you
it.
could, if you both open the window, you could kind of stick your head in and look in the other guy's room,
Oh,
if
no.
you were
Okay.
so inclined. But
All
so
right. No, it's bedtime.
Yes, I say goodnight as well, and I head to my room.
all right.
So I
So
go to my room too.
next morning, you guys, when you wake, you kind of wake up and you smell breakfast cooking, and the captain's raising the anchor, and so the noise of the anchor, the smell of the food, kind of get you guys awake,
Excellent.
and the captain takes off, and you are off on your second
Second day.
day.
How many people are on the boat? So the captain, Luis, the captain, Paulo, us four. That's six. How many others?
It's Louise. It's Louise, Paulo, Andre, and the three of you, so six.
Okay.
So, so the first part of your boat journey um, goes pretty much smoothly, unless there's something you want to do or say or accomplish. Um, you guys um, sail into let me change the thing. You guys sail into a small town, Barra do Garces, and you can tell that this is kind of a river town, and um, there's a couple other boats there. Um, there's, maybe 150, 200 people in the town,
Hmm.
but it serves as kind of a stopover place for um, for boats going up and down the river. And you guys get there towards evening of the third day, and Andre tells you that he's arranged for rooms for you. Matter of fact, he excuses himself and comes back a short time later, and he says he has rooms um, for the evening here in the town.
All right.
So he says you gather just what you need for the evening, and we'll go to the hotel.
All right. Change of clothes. I'll still bring my bag and my sap,
Okay.
and we're the only boat other than what looks like locals, if I can tell. Local boat is
Yes.
okay. I'll ask Andre if he's, as he around, if they, when the last passage came through here, if they had an,
Um,
if someone would know.
where are you asking?
I'm gonna ask Andre.
Oh,
He's our,
Andre.
yeah.
You
Say,
want
hey,
him to ask around.
yeah, as he's asking around, say, hey, when was the last time
Okay. He says,
the
I don't
locals?
know. He says, I can ask.
That'd be great.
And I'll also take a change of clothes. I'll have some evening wear on me, but also some more reasonable clothing in case we have to run. And of course, I will still have a small knife and a small gun on me.
Okay. 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 Not bringing your rifle?
No, not in the town, not in the hotel.
Okay. Okay. Um, all right. And I'll assume Captain, well, here he's back.
Sorry, what was the question?
What are you gonna bring with you to the hotel? We're docking somewhere.
My suitcase with clothes and my rifle and my pistol. It's on me.
Okay. Okay. So Andre leads you, and there's probably only I don't know, 25 buildings or so here next to the river, and but he leads you up a slight hill, and about halfway up on the left, there's a building that looks like just basically looks like a large house, and he leads you inside, and inside it almost looks, I mean, it has a similar kind of look to almost like a Western saloon, um, and functionally there's a reason why it would look like that, but so there's a big open area with tables and a bar, and then a staircase leading upstairs, and um, So Andre says he's already got the rooms, and he says, shall we?
Yeah, because we landed at night. You said right?
Evening,
Or evening
evening.
time frame.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
probably about 5, 6:30. And Andre tells you that after you get settled and washed, he's arranged for baths for you if you'd like.
Okay.
And afterwards, so you can come back down here and they'll give you dinner.
Sounds good. As we've been walking around, I want to kind of peep for people paying real attention versus it's just foreigners, or versus someone watching our moves.
Um, Everyone is looking at you really close.
Okay.
Obviously, you're foreign.
Yeah.
And they don't get a whole lot of traffic here. They get some.
Right.
And but yeah, everybody is paying really close attention. And so it's
Okay.
kind of hard. I mean, you can make a notice roll for me.
I don't know how inconspicuous we're trying to be, but there are
Let's get that out of the way now. I blame Zarola.
there aren't really any blondes at all in Brazil, and if my character is blonde, I'm wondering if I should be wearing a wig. We're trying to not stand out so much.
Or a hair or something.
Or some kind of hat that covers.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. You're going to stand out, but you're also going to stand out because you're about 200 shades lighter than anyone else around. Okay, and so regardless of the color of your hair, this color of your skin's also going to make you stand out. And ironically, that also goes for Michael Shambo, right?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
he's darker than most people around.
We're just an odd group in general.
Yeah.
So hair isn't the only reason that you guys are standing out. It's your skin, it's your dress, it's your
Voices.
voices. Yeah,
Yeah.
talking. You're.
All right. Very good.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I'm going to, just because Jack Douglas knows that Germans are here with us, so he's going to be looking out for them. You know,
Did you re-roll the? Did you drop a
What?
Benny and re-roll, Michael?
Oh no. I must have got something in my eye. I'm good. I'm gonna save my bennies for somewhere dangerous.
The only one who notices things.
Yep, apparently.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's going to be good enough.
All right.
Guess my critical failures, I become enamored with somebody and maybe make them angry.
Let's see.
Bar fight.
You're not even to the bar yet. You're
Mm-hmm.
all the way there. Let me see. You know what? Everybody is always throwing a Benny at it. I actually haven't really had to look too far into.
Critical failures.
Yeah. And I'm not seeing it in the.
It's critical failure.
You were staring with your eyes open too long, and a bug flew into them.
Yeah. I've lost my.
Momentarily blinded for the entire night.
Dope. It'd be funny.
Or I notice something that leads. I guess that would be close to the hit thing. You'd get me into trouble. Seeing ghosts.
You notice wrong.
Yeah,
You assume
exactly.
something and cause something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
The local shaman is not pleased with me.
Draugadin.
Draugadin.
She was wondering how to say your name and
Draugadin. It's Elvish. It means wolf man. There we go.
Oh.
You know, you think if you'd have a rule, you'd have it findable. Da, da, da. All right. I'm counting in my head if I don't find it here. There we go. Oh, that's bad. There we go. There we go.
I don't think we've ever seen a critical failure on a notice roll.
Hmm. All right. So two things. This is what happens when I look up a rule. And of course, we're not going to go backwards, but two things. One, it just says something bad happens. And two, you can't Benny them.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
So how about that?
Huh.
Yeah,
That's a twist.
that's a twist. So it's always mixed blessings when I look up a rule. So there you go. So as you're walking up towards the hotel, you're looking around and you're trying to watch people and whatever, and you don't notice, and you step in a giant puddle and actually slip. And so your right foot is completely wet, and after you slip and fall in the pool, your pants are soaked, and you're actually kind of soaked up to your waist with also mud.
Well, all right. I stand up quickly, brush excess off, and kind of stomp away. As long as I don't feel injury, I'll
No, you're fine.
check my ankles, look for things that might have been leeches.
The puddle, the feared puddle leeches.
Yeah, something. I don't know. It doesn't smell. Oh, well, I guess it all smells because I'm learning the jungle. It doesn't smell like feces, does it? Okay.
No,
All right. Okay.
You think you're good.
All right.
So all right. So you get to hotel, and pretty much everything's all wood, and so you notice that um, there's a few people in there. There's a man behind the bar, and so um, Andre leads you up to your rooms. And when he gets up there, Andre leads you each to your rooms, and then he asks, "Did you want to take the bath now or later?" He says, "I'll have them bring the water up."
I'm going to need mine now. I appreciate it.
You in your room is a small twin-size bed,
Okay.
a metal tub. There's a window, and there's a little nightstand that's just basically a little table to set things on.
All right.
And across, just opposite your bed, is a small desk, no drawers or anything. Again, basically a table for you to set things on. You don't even have. There's one chair in the room.
Okay. I'll look out the window. Is it basically a straight drop to the ground?
Yes.
Okay. So no easy access into the window. Okay.
No.
All right. I'll run my room for little critters, and once that's done, then I'll prepare for my bath.
Okay. Pretty much in no time at all, a woman comes up, and she's got a couple buckets she's carrying, and pours in the tub, and she invites you. She points, and she says something in Portuguese, and points at the tub and encourages
to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she goes and she holds the buckets up and says something, and you're not quite covered with water. And do you get in the tub?
Oh yeah, I get all the way in.
Few minutes later, she comes with some more, 2 more buckets and pours it in, and you've got a good amount. And she hands you a bar of something, looks like soap.
Perfect.
And she notices the clothes, and she points at them and points at herself and kind of mimes, "I take these?"
Yes, because I have another set. So yes.
Okay.
Give it a thumbs up.
Okay, she takes them. And what about you guys? Do you want your bath now or later?
Sorry.
Do you want your bath now or later?
I'll take my bath after everyone else. Would you like to take your bath
I'll
next?
take my bath next.
Okay. All right. Well, the woman brings the stuff back up. Same deal. Invites you in, and 2 trips with water. Hands you a bar of soap, and you're good.
And sorry if we can't hear you and you have to repeat things. The dogs are being really loud.
I'm sorry. All right. No problem. No problem. And all right. So eventually, all 3 of you are cleaned. We're doing 3 baths. What are we doing?
Yeah. So after
Three baths.
after I bathe, obviously get into my second set of clothes I brought, and make my way down to the bar. I'll leave my bag in the room. Are the doors? Do we get keys?
Yes.
Okay. So when I leave, I'll close my window, lock it, and then lock my door on the way out, and head down to the bar.
Okay. Hey, by the way, Zarola, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the critical. You did notice a guy, everybody was watching you, but you did notice that there was a shorter, bald, kid, 18, 19 maybe, kind of hard to tell, that not only was watching, but was also following. As a matter of fact, followed you all the way to the hotel.
Okay.
But he didn't come in.
Okay. I would like to at least inform Michael Shambo and Jack Douglas of my observation.
Okay.
All right.
You know, maybe he was just really curious.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, you guys come down, and Andre's already sitting at a table, and he welcomes you over.
So sit down. I'll ask him. So did the locals have another ship come through recently? Were you able to find out?
Oh, he says I haven't had um, time to ask.
No, sure, no problem. All right. Thanks for getting these accommodations done for us.
Yeah. He says he motions to the lady, and he says, and you recognize her. It's the woman who brought the water up. He motions. He says, um, she's the owner's wife. It's Aline, is her name, and she'll be feeding us tonight.
Awesome.
And she comes over and looks at everybody and asks a question, and Andre translates, asked if you wanted something to drink.
Yes, it could be some time before we have. I'll take a. Yes, do they have rum?
Yes.
All right. I'll take a small hint of rum.
Okay. All right. Captain? Zerilla?
I'll ask if they have whiskey.
Let me see.
I don't know what's popular there. I would expect they probably have rum, but yeah, they don't have whiskey.
They have whiskey, yeah.
Okay, I'll have a small glass of that.
Okay. And Zerilla?
I'll tell him to give me some kind of fruity drink that looks like it's alcoholic, but I don't want to drink any alcohol just because I just want to be vigilant since I noticed the kid followed, just to be safe.
Okay. So you just want some juice. Basically, yes? Okay. All right. So you guys get your drinks. They bring you a bowl of moqueca. It's basically a fish stew. It's served usually piping hot in a clay pot, and you can see it's got different river fish in there. And
Excellent.
assuming you guys like fish, it's quite delicious, and there's some bread with it too.
Awesome.
Does your character like fish?
I mean, my character is going to be eating anything.
Okay. She's over here like gagging at the sound of that.
I can't eat fish either. That's the funny thing. Yeah, no fish for me, thank you.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh yeah, I'll chow down.
But you know, you guys are explorers and adventurers.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character would.
Yeah.
All right, so dinner's great. Andre excuses himself, and he goes up to the bar, and he comes back, and he says, he points at the bar, and he says, this man. He says, his name is Chapo. He says he saw some people come through.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll Chapo. You said?
Yes.
You're not El Chapo, right? I'm trying not to have this whole world end abruptly. Just kidding. All right, I'm going. I'll move over and actually ask for another shot so that I can obviously pay him, and say were they explorers too that happened to come through, and about how long ago?
You motioned him to come over here.
No, I'm going to the bar.
Oh, you go to the bar.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll go to
Andre
the bar.
goes with you, and
Okay, good.
everything you say, he's translating back and forth.
Excellent.
And so you asked, there were some people come through.
Correct.
Okay.
And does he believe they were explorers too?
No, they were military. They were Germans.
Got it. Wow. Armed when they came into the bar?
Yes. Oh, one man wasn't.
One man. Okay. Did you see an older gentleman?
Yeah, the older man, he wasn't armed.
Did he seem like he was having a good time or basically sat quiet, a bit nervous?
Um, why don't you roll me a persuasion roll? Are you letting him talk alone, or are you gonna do your work the room thing there, Zarola?
Why not? I'll work the room. We want information.
All right. Go ahead and make your persuasion roll. Both of you.
There you
All
go.
right.
Yeah.
He's got some good ears.
All right. Well, fortunately, that's not a critical.
Yeah.
So he tells you that there was one man that seemed very, very in charge, and obviously in charge. He doesn't remember the man's name,
Sure.
and he said there were 5 other men with rifles. And then, of course, the older gentleman who he said looked worried,
Mm.
but was mostly calm. And so he says, altogether, there were 7 men.
All right. I will
He doesn't know who. He knows
Sure.
that some people stayed on the boat. He doesn't know how many.
that's fine. I'm concerned that it's a military excursion. Did they stay in the hotel?
The 7 men, yes.
I'll lean over to Zarola. Hey, try to find out what room he's in. The old man stayed in. Computer's name.
So I'm still talking to Chapo.
Yeah.
Okay. Now look, darling, it would be really helpful if you could give us any information about where these men might be staying. So I do another persuasion roll.
Where they left.
Oh,
What room they stayed in,
Oh, what room they stayed in? Sorry.
specifically the old man.
Yeah, he stayed in the room with 2 of the men with rifles. And it's the room, the last room on the right.
Thank you
Okay.
kindly.
None of us are
That's
staying
the
in
room,
that room.
the captain's in.
Okay, perfect. All right. All right, that's awesome. I will tip him and thank him for the drinks. They were fabulous.
Okay.
I'll also make sure that Alina gets kudos to for her meal. Captain, let's check your room. I'm thinking, let's check your room, Captain. It's quite possible our mentor left something behind, maybe some more clues. And it seems like they have a military excursion. This is going to get hairy.
Let's check.
All right. So, all 3 of you?
Yeah, might as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dinner was great, by the way.
Awesome.
Very filling. You all enjoyed it. All right, all three of you go up to the room. So why don't you give me three notice rolls?
Papa needs a new pair of shoes. The crap.
Michael, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
And Zerola, you
God dang.
find
Just excited.
Some idol, Incan idol from the gods. No, that's gold.
she's got a raise and a half there, and at least a raise on both
Then
of
I
us.
rolled a 6, and then I rolled a 4, because it's like if you roll a
Yeah.
6, you go again.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, we call that exploding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, kind of your your tracking skills where you can see things in dust and you're looking around the room and you're wandering around and you finally realize that the corner past the tub, you see kind of looking in the dust and whatever, you're like, oh, somebody laid on the ground here.
Oh, someone laid on the ground here.
And next to that, carved into the wood of the room, you see Fernando Colniza.
Fernando Gomez.
All right.
Is that written on the wall?
Yeah,
it's
it looks like somebody
carved into the
carved it
wall.
into the wall somehow.
Oh, snap.
Some soldier laying on the floorboard.
Our beloved leader.
Breadcrumbs.
Yes. I'll check his. When I guess I get back to the boat, I'll check the name if it's in his journal. That's in the journal somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Remember Colniza. And we'll check the map. Make sure it's nothing on the map.
Well, Colniza is the town you're going to.
Going to, okay. Fernando might be the person in town we need to chit chat at. Okay. We're coming for you, Pops.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys turn in.
How about watches? I'm concerned, Jack and Zarola, that there are armed men around, and we do have. It's possible this young man is just totally curious. But maybe what we can do is I'll stay up a little bit, come get one of you next, and we kind of take some turns sleeping.
Rotate.
Yeah.
I agree.
Where are you going to stay awake at?
Well, my room overlooks the bar, does it not?
Well,
Or
the
entrance
stairs.
yeah.
The stairs go up,
Mm.
and then there's a hallway.
Oh, okay.
So actually, if you open your door, you're looking at a wall across the hallway.
Got it. But down the hallway is the only way unless they come up. I guess there's a window at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, there's a window,
Okay.
but there's no other,
wait, access there. Okay.
right. But you're right. If you stay in your room with the door open,
That's what I'll do.
you should see somebody.
Coming.
Okay. All right. So what order are we in?
I'll go first.
Okay. Second.
I'll go second.
Okay. We'll go last.
All right. All right. So yeah. So you're watching, you're reading, and I'll get to it in a minute. But you do find him mentioned. You do find Fernando. Oh, you said you said you were going to look on the boat. You left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the journal. Yeah, I mean that doesn't.
Journal's with you.
Okay. Perfect.
One of the rules of this version of Savage World, Pulp Fiction, is in the movies, like, or in the books. People always seem to have the thing they need.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
You know, somehow he mysteriously has his rifle with him. Or, you know, he always has the rifle, but, you know, for some reason now suddenly he has a pistol, right? I mean, that's just... So that's
Okay.
actually literally a rule in the book.
Oh, okay.
That you know, what you have with you in this game is a lot looser than it is in a lot of other games.
Okay. That makes sense. I thought it was on the boat. It was actually in my bag.
There you go. And so you read through it, and I'll tell you now, it is mentioned, and we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Although, basically, he says that Fernando is the guide that he could that he would use that would take him to the people.
Okay.
He calls them, here, I'll put it in chat. He calls them the Kawahiva.
Right.
And next to that, in parentheses, he has the Ghost Tribe.
Okay.
And why don't you give me a research, maybe?
It's funny here. I'm a scientist, and research was not the skill I got the
well,
no, I got it.
academics.
No, I have it. Okay, academics.
Yeah, give me an academics roll.
6.5. Here we go.
All right. Well, that's
Okay.
2 successes there. You only need 1. So yeah, you remember reading about them, and they're called the Ghost Tribe because they're only rumored to exist. Nobody's ever seen them.
Okay.
And they only think they exist because artifacts have been found, like arrows and tools, and so kind of people have said, well, you know, somebody made this arrow, it exists for some reason, you know, so they've kind of implied that they exist. Apparently, Zarola is dreaming a question to you.
I got it. Oh, I gotcha.
All
She's
right.
about to see ghosts. All right.
He's reading a book, so like.
All right.
All right. So nothing happens, and you can go ahead and wake up the captain if you'd like.
Yep. When I wake him up before I go down, I'll say, hey, we'll take a look kind of out over the bar area, you know, before I go back to sleep.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep. Check out the window. That's it.
Everything
Good night.
seems secure.
All right.
All right, Captain.
Is Michael waking me up?
Yeah, he woke you up and went to sleep.
How is he waking me up?
Oh, I guess he knocked on your door probably.
In our secret knock code.
I'm not going to hear it.
You're not going to hear it?
Oh my.
He has hearing damage.
My character's hard of hearing.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, you're knocking and he's not answering.
Okay. Did he lock the door? I check.
Yeah, the door's locked.
All right. Oh, right.
Does my key work?
It does not.
But you could wake me up.
Yeah.
I have lock picking skills.
Yeah. Oh wait. All right, I'll wake Zerola up.
Okay. All right. So you're awake. You're gonna wake him up and then go back to bed, or
No,
just
No.
I'll take the shift and
Yep.
then I'll wake him up by picking the lock.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll have to use light maybe just when you walk in a room with a light that should startle him. And hopefully not get you killed. I'll say it's all quiet, Miss Fox, and I'll kind of point out too, so she's aware that, hey, look, check out, this is that name. It's in the journal. So we've got someone to look forward to once we get to the town. All right, enjoy your evening.
Thank you. You too.
Yep, and I go to bed.
All right. So you're sitting in your room, Zerola?
So would I, if he has the better viewpoint, would I be watching out from like where he was originally? From like
He does have the first room. So do you guys want to swap rooms?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm good with that. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. And do you have the room the door all the way open, or just partially open, or what are you doing with the door?
open enough that I can see everything.
Okay, so kind of whitish open.
Yeah.
All right. So you sit there about an hour and a half, and go ahead and make a notice roll for me.
Okay.
Come on, it's a roll. Let's explode. Yes!
Wow.
Freaking eagle eyes. She's got second sight.
All right. You hear somebody trying to quietly come up the stairs.
Oh snap. Okay. At this time, do I have enough time to get either of them, or not?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure that my pistol or whatever my small gun is called is at the ready. So I'm gonna have one hand on that as I like slowly.
Your Derringer?
My Derringer, sure. As I slowly creep around the corner, just so like I can see out, but they can't really see me.
Okay. All right. So,
Your Derringer is the tiny one, and then you have like a full size regular pistol that was given to you. So I don't know
which one. Which one has better damage?
Probably the full size one.
yeah,
The full size.
most definitely.
The small one's good for like stealth if you're trying to assassinate someone and like sneak up behind them. 'Cause
Oh, no idea.
I remember the small one has like a increase to stealth modifier.
No, I'll just have my
Trying to
regular
kill.
one.
Okay. So you got the big gun.
Yeah.
You're leaving the room?
No, I'm gonna like wait in the doorway, but just so I can peer around the corner better and have access if I want to shoot. But I'm trying to still stay hidden just to see who it is.
Okay. So you sit there and you see that kid that followed you is sneaking down the hallway. And it's pretty dark. The only light is from excuse me. Excuse me. The only light is from down the I'll be right back.
Bless you. He's sneezing.
He sneezes really times.
So it sounds like.
Oh no.
Good job, Ms. Rolla. Don't bust a cap in the kid, please.
I know. I was like, I'll see who who it is?
There you go.
I don't want to jump the gun, literally.
So we might start blasting.
That's right. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh my, fancy meeting you here, young man.
There you go.
All right. My apologies.
I'll taste
No
it.
problem.
I suddenly had a tickle in my throat, and I didn't want to
I'm
start.
coughing, not sneezing.
Yeah, heck of a deal. Don't know what that was about.
Yeah, happens.
All right, so you see the
So-
young kid coming down the hallway, and he's focused on your room.
What the heck? Okay, but I'm not in my room. Michael Shambo is.
Or the room that she's in right now.
The room, he is focused on the room that Michael Shambo currently is in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See, so I don't know if I should approach him or if I should wait to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, let me bust a cap in his ass. That sounds good.
So I'm still gonna like.
Family show.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to be still trying to keep quiet and hidden. I want to see what his intentions are before I approach him.
Okay. All right. Well, he goes up to the door and starts attempting to open it. Now, you didn't tell me. Did you lock it?
Michael Shambo, did you?
Oh, yeah, I locked it. Absolutely. I'm sleeping locked. I know she's keeping guard, but
Yeah. Okay.
just in case.
Yeah, you've been cautious so far.
Mhm.
Sure. So yeah, fine. He pauses a second, and you can see he pulls out some tools, and he's about to pick the lock.
I'm so
It's a
nervous.
very advanced skill set for a kid.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, see, it seems like he has ill intentions then. Okay, so I want to have my gun in hand still, but kind of I'm trying to hide it so it's not obvious that I'm holding it. But I would like to then step into the hallway and ask him like, no, I'll say, oh, fancy meeting you here. I noticed you when I entered the town.
He starts. He's startled, and looks at you, and pulls out a dagger and dives at you.
I should have shot him, guys. Okay. So do I need to like roll for something to dodge that? And then like, well, I already have my pistol in hand, so I'm gonna try to evade his swipe and also shoot.
Okay. Well,
Are you doing
point
all-
out the turn order to her, Chris.
Okay. So this is the turn order.
Okay.
Anytime we're in combat, this is the order that it'll go. So, is this the current turn order, or do you have
It
to?
is. I just rolled it.
Okay.
So I can't do anything till y'all do something?
Yes. So, us two are probably still asleep.
Yeah, so I'm
it
going
would
to
be-
still evade his swipe
it
and
would-
I'm going to yell out for help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm awoke. 'Cause it's only
Screaming
about
and like try to hit the door if I can or the wall near the door.
All
that-
right. Well, you'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
So I did want to just look at one thing.
See, he was giving me the heebie-jeebies. Y'all were like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." Yeah, he was giving me the heebie-jeebies.
well, he did say 18 or 19, but he's still a kid.
Yeah, I can't be shooting people without knowing what their intent is first.
Yeah, that's
Dropping bodies. See, when he was picking lock, I was like,
okay.
You know,
Now,
black- pick a lock.
What if we look at one thing for you to see here? If you look at your character sheet, Let me know when you have it open.
Yeah.
Let me do something here.
Also, Michael got a red Joker. Is that a bad aid to all of us?
Um, yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Um, now, let me talk about a couple things. All right. I just wanted to make sure I had this up on the stream too, uh, for our folks watching at home there. Um, your parry is a 4, okay? So what that means is when somebody has to hit you with his attack, um, he has to equal or exceed your parry. Okay? Does that make sense?
But what is a parry?
A parry it's a fencing term. Is really where it comes from, and a parry technically is when you use your sword to make the other guy's sword miss. Now,
Okay.
in game terms, it means you're dodging your body or you're blocking with your hand or whatever. You're doing whatever you're doing to make sure somebody doesn't damage you in melee combat.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when it comes your turn, so there's a benefit to going before someone, but when it comes your turn, you can, if you decide, you can attack or you can defend. Okay? If you defend, you get a +4 to your parry, but you also can't do anything else.
Got it.
So, this young lad is going to swing at you. Do, 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 do. And you easily dodge his strike.
I know.
You actually take a step back
I
and a
guess
little to the side and easily dodge his strike.
Did you roll something to find that out?
he usually
I
just
did.
sits in the background.
Okay. So I dodged him, but I'm yelling out for help.
Okay. Now, yelling is a free action, which means you can do a defend or an attack and yell out. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do one? Oh, well, I guess.
No, I can't yet. It's not my turn. So
Yep, it's your turn. He made his attack, he missed, and it's your turn.
I'm confused. So
Because what happens is that it's now Jack Douglas's turn, and he's going to snore,
Yes.
and then it's
Your turn, you're screaming and doing something.
right, and Michael Shambo. Now, here's the deal. And let me go ahead and do that. One, all players. Okay, so everybody gets a Benny, right?
Because of the red Joker. Anytime
Because of the Red Joker. Now, the other thing the Red Joker does is, assuming you're not asleep in another room, the Red Joker allows you to interrupt somebody else's action. They still get their action. You just get to go before them um, in the turn, right? So you can, and here's the difference. Let's say that, just while we're learning here, let's just say that, let's say that Michael Shambo only had a Joker, okay? Well, if he wanted to delay his turn, he can do that. But what that means is that let's say he says, okay, I'm going to delay. Well, he can go after the Game Master or after Jack Douglas or after Zerola, right? Because when you're delaying, you're going to go after whoever comes up. But when you have a Joker, whether it's red or not, when you have a Joker, you can interrupt, right? And what that means is, let's say that let's say we were already in combat, right? And somebody's charging up the stairs, but you don't have a shot at him yet, okay? And so you say, okay, well, I'm going to use my Joker, and I'm going to interrupt them. So they run around the corner. Well, normally somebody would get to finish their turn, which means they would come around the corner and get to attack. But because he has a Joker, they come around the corner, they're visible, and he can then shoot them, for instance, because he has the Joker, right? So the Joker lets you interrupt what's going on, and you get a Benny, okay?
With a regular roll, you can delay. You just can't interrupt.
Correct.
Because you got a red Joker, we get to ignore this.
No, Michael does.
Sleep. Michael gets to.
Yes.
But he's asleep.
But I'm asleep, so it
But
it did help us by giving us bennies, which is awesome to have the extra. But good news is the kid missed. It's your turn to lay the smack down.
I don't understand how is it my turn though? If Michael Shambo's first.
because he's asleep, he can't do anything.
Oh,
Then
and
John
you're
went.
asleep.
Yeah, John went.
And
he attacked
missed.
and missed. I'm asleep.
Okay,
it's your
okay,
turn.
okay. So I already evaded him.
Yep. He missed.
So I'm going to still yell out for help, but I'm also going to use the pistol that's in my hand and shoot the guy.
That's a pretty good option there.
So do I have to do shooting? Roll the shooting?
That would be a good thing to, if you want to shoot with a pistol, shooting would be the appropriate action.
Oh yay, I got him.
You did get him. All right, so go ahead and roll the damage.
So scroll
It goes
down
down.
to your weapon, which is this one.
This one?
Whoa.
You hit him center mass,
Oh, yeah.
and he just drops instantly. Just poof. Mr. Shambo, Dr. Shambo, that is. You hear a gunshot, and you have an action this round if you want it.
Oh yeah. Well, I grab my I obviously grab my sap and I run to the door. And you kind of open it and peek to see what I'm looking for, along with making sure someone's about to rush in on me.
Yeah,
See
well,
what happened.
it's kind of dark, but you can see from the light, right? You see Zarola with a gun in her hand and a dead guy in front of her. Well, a guy laying on the ground in front of her.
Got it. Well, that's twice. Or anytime she's shooting. All right. And oh Christ. All right, so then I run back to my bag,
Okay.
bring it back, and see if I can at least stop the bleeding, because I recognize it as at least a child. And even though I am confident that she shot for a good reason, it is a child.
Yeah. It's he is gone.
Okay.
Well, let me see. Yeah, he is expired. He is pining for the fjords.
Roger that. Okay. Are you okay? And I look at her.
I'm startled, and I feel bad for taking this young boy's life. I
Could-
don't know why he could have done such a thing.
Could you guys hear that?
Yeah, she's okay.
She was startled, but she's startled but okay, but feels bad for having to take the young man's life.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Okay.
I don't know why he would have done such a thing.
I see the knife on the floor.
You do.
Okay.
I'd like to search his body to see if there's something on him that can be a clue as to why he would have gone after us or me.
At some point in here, Captain Jack is going to wake up, and
It was a very loud gunshot.
yeah.
He knows gunshots.
Yeah, so I wake up with my my sword and guns and everything in hand, and just like run out the door and be like, "What happened?"
All right. You see the captain come out, and by the way, have a Benny for the whole "I'm deaf, you can't wake me up." So the captain's standing there with a sword and a gun, staring at you. What happened? Zorola?
I noticed this young man that I saw in town. He was creeping up the stairs, but I wanted to see what he was doing, and he tried to pick the lock of my room. When I approached him, he swiped at me. Luckily, I evaded his deathly motives, and then I shot him dead. So that's where we're at right now.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you are awake. Why didn't anyone wake me for my patrol?
Captain, you didn't hear me knocking? We'll discuss a better way to wake each other up later.
Andre comes
You
out of
must
his
not have
room.
been knocking very loud, son.
Yeah.
Andre comes out of his room, and Jose, which I'll assume sometime during the night you found out the bartender's name. Jose runs upstairs, and in case you don't know how to spell Jose, comes upstairs and is yelling something in Portuguese, and
All right. Well, I'll tell Andre, says, hey, the boy attempted to attack Zorola while trying to break into the room. She defended herself. We're sorry that the poor boy, got the worst of it. It's not our intent to start trouble. What's going on? What's he yelling?
Andre translates for you, and he says he's trying to figure out what's going on, and I tried to tell him, and he said he sent Alina to get Officer Antunes, and
Why is she bad? She just went to get the police officer.
Andre looks at you guys and says,
We gotta go.
should we go or do we wait?
We should go. Someone knows that we're here and they're an enemy.
I don't know. Maybe he was a common thief. You think this was...
Yeah, I'd rather not leave. And a common thief, or even if he was part of the other team, that we'll never know. But
Couldn't search him.
Zorol wants to search him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do a notice roll?
I would think. I don't know. Does she need to roll anything?
Yeah, make a notice roll.
Should I do a thievery or a notice? This is the same.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Her stats are the same.
God dang!
Oh my god! What are your dice made of?
Wait, so I rolled a 6 and then another 6 and then 3.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
What if he wasn't
That is...
part of anything? Then it's just like whatever.
So that's you needed a 4, so a raise is an 8. A second raise is a 12.
I'm just below.
And a third raise would be a 16.
So what we've noticed is he's part of a local gang. So when he's got some tattoo on him, and what ends up happening is that we probably won't get in as much trouble with the law. if we tell the truth. Unless, of course, he's the boy's, the law officer's son. And
15, I feel like you should have like a message written from the head of the the head of the army being like, here's what you're ordered to do.
So you found the two picks. He very simple. He only had two. These aren't complicated locks. He didn't need more. Um, and you find the knife, and you find a bag on him that has like a man's watch, um, and the watch, everything on the watch is in German, and on one part of the wristband there's a swastika, and he's got some a mixture of Brazilian money and German Deutschmarks in that bag.
Okay. Okay, so it's clear that this man is a Nazi.
Not necessarily.
Well, he has a swastika on his wrist.
He has a watch with a swastika on it.
Okay, well
He
has...
could be paid. It could be one of the Nazis paid him with that watch, or he could have stolen it from one
He's
of the
connected
Nazis.
to the Nazis somehow. But he also has German money and Brazilian money.
He could have stolen all of those as well.
I think this is why we should wait for the officer and explain our situation.
We shall wait for the officer.
Yeah. So it's not very long before Atunes shows up, and Andre is translating for you, but he basically asks you to first he wants to know what happened, and he's got a holstered pistol, and he asked you to put your pistol away, please.
Yeah, so I put my pistol away. Still in reach if I need it, but I put it away.
You put it away where? What's in reach?
Who
You're standing in a hallway.
Who knows? No, it's gonna be on my thigh. I have like a holster on my thigh.
You have a holster. Okay, fair enough. So you put it in your holster.
Yes.
That certainly falls in the category of in reach.
Yes. And then I just reiterate what happened and what we found on this dead man.
He asks for what you found.
Yeah, so then we
give it to him.
Yeah, so then we hand it to him the German watch, the mixture of the money, the picking kit, and the knife
that he tried to stab her with.
He tells Andre that this boy has always liked to find other people's things, and he thinks probably he was trying to get into your room because he assumes that women have jewelry.
Oh.
And he is saddened, and this is a terrible tragedy. But he thinks it might be best if you leave first thing in the morning.
We apologize for the trouble we brought upon your town, and thanks for your input. We will be on our way.
Okay.
In the morning.
So, Jose and Atunes carry the body off, and you three are kind of left standing in the hallway.
Okay.
Andre looks at you guys, shrugs, and says, "Sleep."
uh,
What happened with the money and stuff that
Cop took it.
Cop took it.
okay. I was gonna ask if we could bring the money to the boy's mother. But yeah, I guess if it's evidence then that can't happen.
I think we'll count that as our chance to get out of town without further
That's fair.
Yeah.
ado. How many
Andre
hours
says-
left? How many hours left?
Till morning, about
Yeah.
3.
About 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just pack up and go now? Can you get us there at this time of night, Andre? You good?
Yeah, short walk.
Okay. So I'll clean up though, since I touched the boy trying to help heal him. I'll clean up in what's left of the water.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's roll out.
All right, you guys get to the boat without issue, and Andre wakes up Louise, and the boat gets underway.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we're going to have to be we're going to excellent vigilance, Zarola and Jack. This is we probably should keep this in mind, that even as we get deeper in the jungle, trying to keep each other safe. Definitely opt for maybe a chance at some level of stealth, because if now we know at least 5 others are armed, so that have got our man captive. So, and there, who knows how many others are out there and about. So this is a military level expedition, which is dumbfounding to me. Out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
What this I'm preparing, I guess this flower is driving towards. I really hope we can get a hold of our professor and help him with this.
Agreed. Hopefully we can get there before they do. The unfortunate thing is it sounds like we're a couple days behind them.
Yeah. Yep, still.
How do we catch up? Is it impossible?
Is your character saying that?
Sure. Is there any way that we could catch up?
Who are we asking?
Is Andre with us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Andre,
You're on the boat.
the translator.
Well, ask the captain that. I mean, obviously needing to stop when we have to. What type of, shortcuts with respects to time can we take? I know we stopped at the town, which was great. So unfortunately, we ran into a little trouble. But if we don't need to necessarily stop for anything, that we kind of continue on.
Andre talks with Louise and Paolo, and you can see that there's some disagreement and some arguing back and forth. And Andre says to you after a while, he says, "I'm trying to get to find ways to save time." He says, "The captain said the only way he can't make the boat go any faster."
Yeah, we know that, right? Yeah.
He says the only way to save time would be to not stop for the night. And I've asked the captain why we wouldn't do that, and that's what we're arguing about. So any help to persuade him would be very welcome.
I'm thinking we were 3 days behind. Is that about what we're at?
It seems like it, yes.
It seems 3
Based
days
on what
behind.
Chapo said.
Okay, so we do, and we have a 10-day. We have 9 days left in our travels.
I was gonna say throw some money at him because
Well, we'll do that, but I want.
Well, you've already been going 3 days.
Oh, we've been gone 3 days.
Yeah,
Okay,
so 7 days left.
7 days left, and we're stopping every night. So it should maybe take 2 nights of not stopping to get us at least closer, but not necessarily seen, because our problem is going to be them seeing us is more trouble for us. Right? Because we're not, even though Zarola seems to be a crack shot, and I appreciate that, I prefer not having to gun down an army of Germans. So money, definitely. If we could get at least 2 nights.
I've done it.
What happened?
That it wouldn't be the first time I've done it.
This is true. I don't want to put I'd like to try to save our skills until we absolutely have to showboat to show them off. But yeah, we can try to pay, at least get 2 nights to make up 2 nights so that we can get to them stealthily, but not
Okay.
too far behind the 8 ball.
You guys can roll persuasion if you like.
I'm gonna bag Zarola.
Oh, just barely. Ooh, Jack Douglas.
Hey,
Yeah, not quite a raise.
praise. Yeah.
All right.
You said, hold on, I'm coming persuasion, right?
Yep.
All right, where's that alcohol?
Can Zarola roll her own persuasion and work the room at the same time?
Damn it! I can't! Ah! Ah!
No.
I was doing so good persuading, and then Michael comes in and just says something that ruins the
The
deal.
fire.
The captain just digs in deeper and he says, "No, it is absolutely not safe. There is no way that it would be a danger to the whole boat and to the entire expedition."
I'm not talking to anyone anymore. I'm done.
I'm Shambo.
With our
My bedside manner for a doctor is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'll get the job done on the table, but don't ask me to talk to you.
with our society's wealth, could we say like can with some
Can
money?
we spend a penny and give him money?
I don't.
Yeah, you
I don't-
can't bend criticals.
Yeah, I can't make it. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we could take an alternate path instead of persuading him with words, try persuading him with money.
So I just said.
Well, like you wouldn't need to penny that.
Oh.
Just-
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
kind
know
of the
we're-
same thing. He's
yeah.
dug in at this point. He's not
All right.
changing his mind.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So we need him. We're not going to make him any matter. I'm going to go back to my room.
okay. So you guys traveled 3 days. You stopped. You travel another 2.5 days, unless you want me to let you do something. You travel another 2.5 days, and why don't you guys make notice rolls?
I need a new pair of shoes.
Mm.
Where is? There it is.
All right, what do we got going on here? 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a success. Fantastic. All right. A plane flies overhead.
The hell?
It's fairly high. Captain, you can roll a common knowledge if you'd like.
Okay. Hey.
It's all right. You got the wild roll of a 10 though, so that's a raise.
So you're gonna know what kind of plane it is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Check you out. So,
Oh no, it's not a raise. It is.
yeah, the wild card.
Yeah.
So it is a you notice it as, if I go to the right page, there it is. It is a cant Here, I'll type in the thing. It is a Cant 56, which is a Italian manufactured seaplane.
All right. Sons of guns.
And
Is that an actual plane? I just Googled it and nothing's coming up.
Yeah, it's a oh, my mistake. It's a Cant. I was trying to go by memory.
Z511?
No, Z506.
Oh, okay.
The Arione.
Okay.
All right.
Italian manufactured one.
Seaplane.
So it can land on the river because they wouldn't have carved out a spot in the jungle. Wow.
And I'll relay that information to everyone else.
I asked him if the captain could tell if it was German or not. Did it have the swastika on it?
You.
John, did it have a swastika on it?
Did the Italian
Oh.
seaplane have a swastika? No, it did not.
Okay.
Although it was difficult to see, but the captain with his 10 roll, yeah, no, he actually saw it was in military markings though, and it had Italian military markings on it.
All right.
Was Italy allied with the Germans at this time? Or what would be the significance of an Italian plane in this area?
More explorers. Do we have a branch in Italy for exploring? Probably, right?
Yeah, you certainly do. Yeah, why don't you guys, yeah, you can.
They were in World War II. I don't know if they were at this point.
You can roll common knowledge or academics, or make an argument why you want to roll something else.
October 1936, Italy and Germany signed a secret protocol aligning their foreign policy for the first time.
We asked
Keyword
Google.
there would be secret, of which your character doesn't know about.
No, yeah.
We are in March 1937.
Yeah.
Can I roll?
Yeah, my thought is to think. I'm thinking through the fact that, well, we're in a jungle, we're exploring. We have our own agency out of there, so it's quite possible we've just found another group for some whatever reason out here looking for what I'm going to assume is this flower. So I'm rolling academics. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Straight guess.
Can I roll battle for general knowledge of allegiances in countries?
Sure.
I only ask because that's like my highest stat in this field.
Well, it's facts, but
At least it's not a critical.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know anything. It's you do know this. This is what you know. You don't know anything about a secret alliance. You don't know anything about that. But, Captain Jack, what you do know is that in the Spanish Civil War, which is currently ongoing, oh, by the way,
Yes.
you do know that Germany and Italy do seem to be cooperating in that arena. but
Okay.
you don't know about any formal agreements between them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, while Michael's talking about, if he's talking to us about it possibly being another group, I will chime in and say they could be working with the Germans.
Oh yeah, I'm
It
always
wouldn't be unheard of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So we definitely have. Sounds like there's going to be some level. We're going to have to be even more careful whenever we make landfall. All right. Yeah. All right. We'll catch some Z's since it's pretty early in the morning.
All right. So, all right. So it's 8:12. You wanted to stop tonight at 8:30, yes?
Yeah, thereabout would be great.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop really early then
Okay.
because the next thing I have for you guys is going to take me probably more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
And great game tonight. I'm sorry it's short. Schedules are going on. But give me a second, guys, and I'll do the outro.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
This is a really fun session.
Yeah.
Let me, oh, just a second.
You got to shoot
I
someone.
get to shoot some.
There we go. I need to find something here. Okay, there we go. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Thanks you to everybody for joining us. As always, if you'd like to support us on Twitch, be sure to click the follow button. Or, if you're able to, click that subscribe button to become one of our rock stars. On YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload content, which is almost every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. And last but not least, head on over to our Patreon page where you can get your name on every show we do.